everybody, this is Janice Wright from the Garrison Public Affairs Office, and on this week's episode, we're talking everything Lemonade Day. All that and more on the Great Big Podcast. So we are here talking about something that kind of comes every year that is really exciting, Lemonade Day, right?
Yes.
It's coming up pretty soon, so we're going to talk a little bit about it, what to expect, how to get involved, things like that. And I have you here to tell us all about it. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Ali Torres-Olzinski, and I work for First National Bank Texas as the Community Engagement Project Manager, and I am also the City Director for Lemonade Day Fort Cavazos area.
Excellent. So Lemonade Day, the name can be a little bit deceiving. It does involve the, quintessential drink, but what else does it involve?
So a lot of people know Lemonade Day as the first weekend in May. So this year it'll be May 3rd and 4th, but it is so much more than that. So we have events that lead up to Lemonade Day, from registration to them learning about how to market their business, to building their own lemonade stand, all the way up into having their actual lemonade stand on Lemonade Day weekend.
So how did the event get started here at Fort Cavazos, and how long has it been going?
So Lemonade Day started back in 2007 in Houston, Texas by a nonprofit called Prepared for Life. 2 years later, in 2009, we started Lemonade Day for Cavazos area. First National Bank Texas bought the program to the area to bring financial literacy, specifically, of course, to the military families in the area. And ever since then, we've just grown it each year after year.
Now, I've covered Lemonade Day for several years, and I think it's a great way to introduce entrepreneurship to youngsters. Why do you think that it's such a long-standing event here?
I think it has been really impactful for all the children in the area, and the parents can really see that. They see the growth with their children in terms of confidence. They learn financial literacy, so money management, and just how to run their own business. So that's something that is really prevalent that the children learn through the program.
So, the kids don't usually just jump into creating their Lemonade Day stands. There are classes and things that lead up to that. So tell us a little bit about the process.
Absolutely. So once they register for the program, they receive the free materials. It's a free program, so they can either use the app, or we have workbooks as well that they can learn the materials through, and then they can go through and register for our upcoming events. So we have events such as design a stand, where they learn how to create a logo for marketing materials, and then they go into build a stand. They can actually build their own stand and be able to take that stand home with them. And then we have a couple of contests, such as the Best Tasting Lemonade contest, where they go out in front of a group of VIP judges, and the judges get to taste their lemonade, and they can win prizes based on that. We have our new event that launched last year called the Best of the Zest. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Shark Tank. Very similar to that same event.
Okay.
So they go out and present their lemonade stand business in front of a group of judges, and then that leads into actual Lemonade Day weekend. And then after that, they get to celebrate by coming out to Lemon Palooza. We rent out the Killeen Aquatic Center, so they come out and celebrate their business.
Okay. So here coming up, we have registration for this event. So tell us how that goes and who's eligible to participate.
Absolutely. So any child of school age is eligible to register for Lemonade Day. So on February 22nd, we'll have the PX registration kickoff here at the Fort Cavazos PX Exchange. And so they can come in with their parents and register. As long as your parent is present, you're able to receive all your materials and register online or through workbook.
Okay. And why do you personally think that this program has been such a success, and that, parents are, eager to involve their kids each year?
Absolutely. So I think the biggest thing that we see is the confidence that grows from the children. We see them come in, a lot of the shy kids, they register for the program, and then you do see them blossom throughout all the events. And then at the end, they have their wonderful lemonade stand. They get really creative with all their themes. We see anything from princess themes all the way to, we had a young entrepreneur who just won our area Youth Entrepreneur of the Year, Kyrie Hartsfield. She had a stroke when she was a baby. And so she named her lemonade stand Stroke Survivor Lemonade & Co.
Wow.
And gave back $300 from her lemonade stand back to that same stroke clinic where she had her surgery as a baby. So you just see the great impact it has. for the
Wow.
children. They also, of course, give back. So
So this is really an ideal opportunity for the kids not only to learn about being an entrepreneur and being independent and financial literacy, but also to put their own personal stamp and implement some of their own personal background and their personal story. That's excellent. That's wonderful. So again, let's let people know again about how to register, because it's really a great program, and coming out to registration can get your kids started with all of the process and everything like that. So it's at the Clear Creek Main Exchange from what time?
It will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right.
Yes, absolutely. And you can also register online. So if you look up Fort Cavazos Area Lemonade Day on Google, you can find our website and you can register right there. There's a button where you can click to register as well.
Is there an age range for the kids?
Any school age. So we have preschoolers all the way up to high schoolers that participate in our program.
So actually, one of the probably the most important processes of Lemonade Day is actually building the stand. A lot of people think, that's kind of overwhelming task. Maybe they, are not sure how to get started, but we actually help out with that. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have one of our events called Build a Stand, where they can come out. We partner with Heights Lumber and Supply over in Harker Heights. They build their stand from scratch. That's open to up to 20 families to register for that event, and that registration does go fast. So we'll have a link on our website where you can register, but you don't have to necessarily have a wooden stand. A lot of parents always ask about that. You can simply have a folding table. Often kids get creative where they have wooden pallets that they create their lemonade stand from. But once you get on our newsletter, we'll send out helpful tips for that if they do want to build their stand on their own, or we can give out information on how to decorate your stand in other ways.
All right, well, thanks for being here. Great information about a great program.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And stay tuned. We have another guest coming up talking more about Lemonade Day.
Some mishaps are easy to predict and avoid. Others happen when you least expect it. Many people believe asthma only comes into play after mishap. Wrong. It's about correcting problems before the inevitable happens. Identify hazards during an inspection using a checklist based on the Code of Federal Regulation and Army regulations. Then recommend controls. In the hazard module, hazards are tracked on a hazard list. This allows the necessary corrective actions to create a safe workplace. Once a mishap happens, it's too late to use asthma to its full potential. General Byram signed the Headquarters Department of the Army Executive Order 175-23, mandating all safety professionals use the first true total Army SOH information management system. We're here to help you train. On the CRC website, go to the ASMS banner where you will see the available training tab. Here you will be able to register for residential or online training conducted monthly. Please sign up today, because in safety, we have work to do.
So we have Carolyn Meyer from Calvary Family Housing. How are you, Carolyn?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Talking about Lemonade Day, which is right around the corner. So the big registration event, that's when everybody can come out and get started. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it is on Saturday, February 22nd at the Clear Creek Exchange, right out in the lobby area. So children can show up with an adult, a guardian, and register for Lemonade Day. When you register, there's so much more that goes into it than just, having your stand selling lemonade. There's different programs, different events. We have different things going on, like design a stand. That's the marketing aspect of it. The build a stand, where they can physically build the stand. We have Lemon University, where they learn all the fundamentals of it. And we also have the best tasting lemonade contest. That's where the local VIPs, we have our project director, Chris Albus, there. We have the Garrison commander will be there. Also the local mayors, they all judge the different stands and the lemonade. There's different categories that they judge.
Yeah, and it's great that you guys provide that guidance and provide all of these classes and processes to help them along, because I think it's a little bit, parents might get a little bit intimidated and thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that, but you guys provide a lot of assistance.
Yes, and then they always have like the Great Weekend. We have Lemon Palooza, and that's going to be in June. What that is for every child that basically, every young entrepreneur that completes the course, they can go ahead and celebrate, what they've learned. They can go to have fun at the water park, have a pizza party. It's fun for all.
Right. And so how does the process go for signing up?
For signing up, they can either go to different locations. We are adding 4 new locations on Fort Cavazos this year. So it's going to be at the different children youth centers. So we have the Bronco CYS, we have the Comanche CYS, the High Chaparral CYS, and Montague CYS. They can stop in because children are always there. It's like the after hours youth center. And if they want to sign up, they can learn about it there. They can either sign up electronically, or they can go and fill out the workbook.
Okay, and this is also how they can find out about times, dates, and locations for all of the events?
Yes, they'll receive a link where they can go, and then they can sign up with whatever ones they want to do that interest them.
And do the parents and the young entrepreneurs have to go through all of the processes, all of the events to get to Lemonade Day?
No. They basically, if they want to have a stand but they are unable to attend any of the events, they can do that. That's fine as long as they register.
Okay. Is there anything else going on associated with Lemonade Day? I hear there's a big celebration at the end.
Yes, that's the Lemon Palooza. But then we always have the Golf for Education tournament that I put on for our contractors, the Cavalier Family Housing contractors that work for us. So they basically, it's a tournament to raise money for all the kids, and they will come in, sign up for the golf tournament. We usually have about 20 teams. And then, it's a great time. We have different themes all the time. We have a dress-up hole. We have where they have to take pictures, all dressed up, or we add strokes on to their total score. I mean, it's a lot of fun. So all the funds we raise will go to the Fort Cavazos area Lemonade Day. And then also we divide that in half. So half go to that, half go to the Military Lemonade Day. So with Military Lemonade Day, where those funds do is if there's other military installations across the country that want to start doing Lemonade Day, we will pay for their sponsorship.
Oh, that's excellent.
So then that way we can try to get more forts involved.
Right. And financial literacy, entrepreneurship is great to instill in youngsters while they're at that age. The earlier, the better. I wish it was, something that I would have been able to involve my kids in. But for parents and youngsters that are interested, now is the time. So you guys don't forget, February 22nd at the Clear Creek Exchange. You can get more information online about Lemonade Day. Anything else you want to add, Ms. Carolyn?
I believe that's it.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're cheating.
That's not count.
You're cheating. Hey, you ready? You're cheating. Let's go pop some caps. Yo, grab my weapon. It's in the chair.
Final.
Oh, man. Nice. Bang!
Oh, easy up.
Is it loaded? Is it loaded? I don't know. Do you want to find out? Yeah, let's find out. What do you say, huh? Ever hear the phrase, treat every weapon as if it were loaded? It's clear. Don't be an idiot next time.
Hey, Eric. Nice to see you.
Janice.
I know it's been a minute. I feel a little bit out of sorts. It's been some months.
You had to go away, go to school for a little while, but
Absolutely.
you came back and you kind of just fell right back into it, picked up right where you left off.
Yeah,
So I'm not too worried
sorta.
about this.
Sort of. So, Lemonade Day, it's been a long-standing annual event, that's really, really impactful for the youth here at Fort Cavazos. Speaking of which, you have some youth here at Fort Cavazos.
I do. I have a couple little mini-me's, and we were talking before, and I really like what you had to say about, what it is, the fact that these kids and these parents, they get together and they get the opportunity to, kind of get after a little bit, show some initiative, a little bit of that entrepreneurial spirit. And I heard about some perks
Yes.
if you sign up early
yes.
for Lemonade Day. Can you talk
Yes,
to
see,
us more
there's
about that?
yeah, there's a lot of events to help guide you along the way. Now, some parents are just savvy and they don't need the extra guidance, but those things are in place for those that need them, that can use them. But the really the nuts and bolts of it is that Build a Stand Day, where you can actually get help, hands-on help, and materials to build your lemonade stand. But you gotta sign up quick because they can only accommodate 20 families.
So you're telling me they're giving 20 families
Yes.
the opportunity to construct their very own lemonade Death Star.
With assistance. with assistance and materials.
That's a pretty good deal. I mean,
Yes.
materials can be costly.
Yes.
And every penny you can pinch when you're trying to start a business.
Absolutely.
Right? Save money and maximize profits. I just like the idea of, kids being out there just trying to hustle a little bit and really
Right.
get a taste for, a little bit of hard work. I think that's awesome.
And you mentioned perks. Of course, the biggest perk is, instilling that spirit of entrepreneurship at an early age.
And they're all older now, so they're like, why are the frogs on the wall still?
Time to update.
So we had to figure that out, did some painting, and redid the floors. So, yeah, it's.
Well, see, I would have probably
fun
had to
weekend.
hire somebody to redo the floors. I could do the painting,
But
but not the floors.
to me, the cost of hiring somebody to do it just
There it
doesn't,
is.
it
That's
doesn't
the
make
meat and
sense to me.
potatoes.
Yeah, it was way cheaper just to get the tile in the ground myself. I've got the saws in the garage, just make the tile wet, start cutting. And,
There you go.
Just get it done. So one day it's done, nobody else. And if it's messed up, I can't be mad at anybody but myself.
Well, I need a floor done. If you're open, if you want to contract your services, my
I
kitchen.
heard Lowe's does that.
Yeah, Lowe's is going to charge. They're going to charge way beyond, and it's ridiculous because you pay for the materials is not bad. It's the
Right.
labor.
It's the labor, right.
It's the labor that's going to hit you.
But
hit
I mean,
you.
I could see why it's expensive. You're paying for that experience. That individual, they've been doing it for so long. They're good at it. It's obviously their profession.
Some.
So yes,
I've had my deal with bad contractors. It's not a fun deal. So yes,
I could probably agree.
buyer
with that.
beware.
Whoever built the fence when my house was built, that was.
Somebody
needed to check that guy.
They just threw it up.
It was the posts weren't set in the yard correctly, and so they sagged pretty fast, and it just ended up being another project from
Okay.
months and months ago.
So I said I was going to try something different for 2025, and since we, get on the mic and talk to our followers every Monday, think of a word to start your week.
A word to start.
One
my
word
week.
that's going to define your week this week.
You're gonna have to give me a second. Maybe perseverance.
Oh, you stole my word.
Well, now you got to persevere through this because no matter what happens, something's gonna pop up. Life is life, and just like Private Murphy, if it's gonna go wrong or it can go wrong, it surely will. But we got to be resilient, and we got to be able to just kind of persevere and work through it. Nothing is ever as major as we might seem to think it is in the moment. We could work past it, and so that's my word of the week.
I don't know what it is, but you took my first word and then you said the word that was my backup word, resilience. That's my word for this week. Whatever comes to me, I want to be able to, address it, get through it, be my best at it. And I think that's all encompassed in resilience.
Yeah, and how we bounce back is really, I feel like that's more a testament to your character than, what your reaction is initially. Everybody gets blindsided by things or whatever, and how you react is how you react. But how you bounce back is what.
Absolutely, you're never too old, and I'm saying that for myself. You're never too old to learn that.
Yeah, new trick every day.
Yes. So you guys, we want you to have a resilient week this week. And what was your word again?
Persevere through whatever it is that pops up in front of you.
Yes. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Sounds good. Take care, y'all.